All right, let's bring in Nabila Jamal on this broadcast. She's joining us live from the RG Kar Hospital in Kolkata. Nabila, there have been all sorts of allegations on what's been taking place at the government hospital behind you, at the RG Kar Hospital, and how Dr. Sandeep Ghosh is perhaps integral to some of the rackets, to some of these corruption cases and allegations that have been taking place in the hospital, which is why now that particular aspect of the investigation going to the CBI will mean that everything will be pieced together. All the missing dots will be connected by essentially the CBI now.
Right, Akshita, but that said, to be honest, the doctors who are protesting here at the RG Kar are not satisfied with what they've seen as part of the CBI report at the Apex Court. They say that we want to hear, we want to see firsthand what exactly the report says. They're not convinced with the fact that the CBI has ruled out a gang rape angle. They're saying that the CBI at this point has not revealed anything, which means it's inconclusive. They're not going to, according to them, I'm spelling out what the doctors here have said, they're not going to buy into the CBI claiming that this is just a crime committed by one man. They very strongly believe that there are more people involved here, though I did try to tell them that the CBI points out that the DNA, the forensics tests, both as well as the CCTV footage, all sort of corroborated together, shows that this was an act carried out by Sanjay Roy alone. He was the one who raped and murdered her. But according to these doctors, they feel that there's a lot more that needs to be uncovered, and so is the emotion of the family members too. Now, this is the protest site that's been on for the last 2 weeks. I'm going to keep showing this to you because they have kept the protests alive, wanting the other perpetrators, who they believe are being shielded by senior authorities of the RG Kar, to be brought to book. Now, this is the first time, Akshita, that we've seen the TMC government that's come under fire to this extent. Not just another case of rape and murder. Let me tell you that this is for the first time we saw civilians, people here, citizens, by and large of West Bengal, who came together united, barring party lines. We saw many celebrities who otherwise show affiliation or basically are friendly with the TMC, who have stood strong against the TMC government at this point, showing their discontent with the way the TMC handled this case right from the word go, and have come out to hold candlelit protest marches. For a classic example here is Saurav Ganguly, who initially tried to say that this is a case that happens everywhere, this is no different, the strict punishment should be given, to eventually turning around and actually holding a protest rally with his wife and his daughter, lit a candle there and said stern action should be taken. So for Mamata Banerjee, at this point, she sees a lot of her own allies and close associates are turning their back on her government and the authorities here, because they're not very happy with the way this was handled, especially after the vandalism that happened right outside RG Kar. This is RG Kar. The police presence was here. They knew very well the protests were going to happen. How could they not have multi-layered security at a place where an incident had captured the nation's imagination? There was outright declaration of protest that they will launch on the eve of Independence Day. That was already announced, yet the police did not come up with multiple layers of security. So Abhishek Banerjee, Mamata Banerjee's own nephew, is right now very angry. We hear within the political circles. So I know this has turned into a political weapon for many, but you should know that the TMC, Abhishek Banerjee, Mamata Banerjee's nephew itself, is very angry and upset with the way this has been handled. He's not been seen part of any protest because he feels this was not handled the way it should have been. He's let the TMC handle it on his own. He's stayed away from this.
So there are ripples clearly within the TMC over how this case has been handled. All right, let's take this back across to Nabila for more details. At this point, Nabila, the main accused has been remanded to 14 days of judicial custody. And there are a lot of questions right now about whether Sanjay Roy had any connection to Dr. Sandeep Ghosh. And that's another angle that the CBI really is looking into right now. Yes, the rape itself in all likelihood and the murder was done by Sanjay Roy. But the CBI digging deeper to see if it was done at the behest of someone else.
Absolutely. In fact, Akshita, this is exactly the pending angle, in my view, in this case. Reading the situation here and the way the investigation has progressed, I think the only pending angle here, which can change the dynamics of the case entirely, is to see if there was indeed a connection between the ex-principal of RG Kar, Sandeep Ghosh, and the main accused here, Sanjay Roy. Now, Sanjay Roy walks into the hospital premises at the gates there. That's the main gate where you see now security deployed in abundance. But believe me, this wasn't the situation happened when the case just broke out, and that's why the police receives a lot of fire for not taking this as seriously. But he walks into that hospital gate, just wanders around the hospital, and nobody stops him because he's known to be a man, a foot soldier of the police, of the government. He's perceived to be someone who has connections within this hospital and this administration. So is his connection directly with Sandeep Ghosh? Considering the allegations of corruption against Sandeep Ghosh, and knowing very well that Sanjay Roy, the main accused here, is called Daku Babu, basically an agent who takes bribe and does your shady business. Has Sandeep Ghosh used Sanjay Roy ever in the past to carry out his shady business? Now, that's basically the angle the CBI is looking into. And from what we hear in the latest, Akhtar Ali, the deputy superintendent formerly at RG Kar Hospital, has made some big revelations that over the years under Sandeep Ghosh and his tenure as an ex-principal here, he has committed several acts of corruption, including selling off unclaimed bodies. Now, the CBI, he's asked in court an appeal for the CBI to take up this angle and probe the corruption angle also in Sandeep Ghosh's case, not just whether he's involved in this case. So that will basically reveal if the CBI is going to take up that angle to probe into corruption allegations against Sandeep Ghosh, then possibly there could be a big truth that can come to fore about possible links between Sanjay Roy and Sandeep Ghosh, whether they've worked together in the past. And if they have, then all the speculations around a conspiracy still holds very good.
Absolutely. Nabila, stay with me. We'll continue, of course, tracking all the multiple layers of the investigation right now that's underway. So one aspect is, of course, the allegations and the investigation into Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, the other of the rape accused Sanjay Roy. But beyond that, there are 4 others also in the CBI scanner. Who are they? These are interns as well as one staff member, all of whom were with the victim on the night that she was raped and murdered. And we've accessed details of the exact sequence of events on that night. As per sources, there were 2 doctors along with the victim who were on the 36-hour duty. The victim, Abhaya, and the 2 first-year doctors had dinner together, and this was at around midnight. The 3 of them then moved to the seminar hall, where they were present till about 1:30 to 2 a.m. They were watching, in fact, the Olympics javelin final with Neeraj Chopra participating. So they were watching that particular match in the seminar hall till about 2 a.m. They'd even ordered in food. The house staff at night was present in the emergency, which is on the 1st floor of the same building. Remember that the crime scene, the seminar hall, is in the 3rd floor. At around 2:45 a.m. in the night, he went to the 3rd floor and his movement was captured in the CCTV. This is the staff in the hospital. And in the morning at around 9:15 a.m. when the professor arrived for ward rounds and looked for the victim, in fact, that's when one of them went into the seminar room and saw the deceased lying motionless, informed his colleagues and seniors, who then informed the hospital authorities. Let's take this back across to Nabila for more details. 4 people, Nabila, not necessarily suspects, not necessarily accused, but they're also being looked into by the CBI. Their statements have been recorded. They're going to be undergoing a polygraph test. And these are the 4 people who last saw the victim, which is why their testimony is extremely crucial.
Right. Akshita, let me sort of give you an understanding on why these 4 interns have been called in for questioning as well, because these are the 4 people. One of them is said to be the house help of Sandeep Ghosh, but nonetheless, the 3 other interns who've been called in were friends of that girl, Abhaya. They were with her. In fact, 2 of them were with her at the seminar hall. One of them, in fact, stayed in the seminar hall, slept right beside her, because usually the doctors sleep in a sleeping room. And when, but sometimes that same sleeping room can be used for a center and a room to carry out some medical tests. And that night, when Abhaya was sleeping in the seminar hall, there were medical tests that were being carried out. So she moved to rest in the seminar hall with her friend. And this is after they had ordered food from outside. She had a good, nice meal that she had ordered for dinner. And she watched the Neeraj Chopra match, Neeraj winning the silver medal, all of that. And she cheered for him. We hear she cheered for Neeraj Chopra's Olympic medal and for India, and slept on a really high note, happy about life with her friend after her duty of 34 hours. She was still high-spirited. So we hear that the girl who was with Abhaya and 2 other colleagues who had dinner with her, in fact, 2 of their fingerprints have been found inside that seminar hall. That's a seminar hall where I'm standing right here. Below, 3rd floor is where the seminar hall is. So 2 of the interns' fingerprints have been found in the seminar hall. It could be very well that this is just a routine questioning that's been carried out by the CBI. Could be a lot more that they could be also involved in conspiring along with Sandeep Ghosh. But remember, all 4 of them with Sandeep Ghosh. The CBI is requested to carry out a lie detector test. So they're going to be cross-examined, cross-questioned to see if there is any element of lies in their statements or inconsistencies. Just to be doubly sure, this is a polygraph test that's been approved by the top court, by the High Court here.
Absolutely. Nabila, thank you very much for joining us with all of those details. Nabila reporting there from outside the RG Kar Hospital and getting us the latest on the investigation right now.